Welcome to Yawdvybz TV. Before we start, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend. Now on to the news. Political representatives condemned the stabbing incident that took place at the Catholic College in Mandeville, Manchester. It's raising concerns over the growing spate of violence in schools. Councillor Mario Mitchell People's National Party, Bellefield Division, said the incident was shocking.
Mario Mitchell, Bellefield Division. Very saddened. This is something that is also very shocking and very surprising. We have been a recent spate of school violence across the entire island. And I was at another high school, the Bellefield High School, doing some work on the playfield when I was notified that there was an incident down here. There have been 2 stabbings. One of the young men is in the hospital and a young lady have been killed.
Mitchell said that since the COVID-19 pandemic, teachers have been saying that the students are more aggressive. They are more violent.
Let me just state that since COVID, I'm not blaming it on COVID, since COVID, teachers have been saying to us that the students are more aggressive, they are more violent, and I'm calling on all the powers that be, the government, the Minister of Education, all the powers that be, to do whatever it is within their power to assess what is happening. There's something drastically wrong with our students, and I'm asking that whatever it is that must be done, whether psychological health, mental health. This is a strain on our teachers with the mental health. This is a strain on the students itself, which are going through tremendous stresses, whatever it is. Parents must play a role. We as the politician and the stakeholders must play a role, and the administrator of the school system, the Minister of Education. This is a murder that happened today when somebody sent their child to school to get an education and has to be told that your child is dead, sitting in a mark on ice. This is something that I wish on no parent at all.
There is something happening with our students that we must get to the bottom of, and we must find out what exactly is happening. All groups must get involved. The JTA Jamaica Teachers Association, the students, the administration, the Ministry of Education, the opposition, everybody, added Mitchell. Manchester Central Member of Parliament Rhoda Crawford also reacted to the incident. The heartbreaking incident has sent shockwaves through the school and wider community, plunging us into a state of mourning. Our immediate thoughts are with the families of the students affected, the students who witnessed the events, and the broader school family. I have personally reached out to the Minister of Education and Youth, alerting her to this devastating incident, Crawford said in a statement. She also pointed to the 17-year-old student who was injured in the stabbing incident, wishing for his speedy recovery. These events underscore the urgent need for unity in our collective effort against crime and violence and highlight the importance of prioritizing conflict resolution strategies within our schools and communities. Last week, Education and Youth Minister Fable Williams, during her presentation to the sectoral debate in Parliament, described the increasing incidence of violence among students as madness and urged Jamaicans to play their part in ending the problem. The long-standing issue of school violence came to the fore in recent weeks, with numerous confrontations between students being circulated on social media. Last month, a video that went viral showed a Meadowbrook High School female student viciously beating a schoolmate, including stomping on her and kicking her in the face after she fell to the ground. Police opened an investigation into the incident, which occurred on Friday, April 19th on Heavendale Drive, meters from the school, and said the student who was seen inflicting the beating could be slapped with criminal charges. On April 18th, 15-year-old Raniel Plummer, a student at Irwin High School in St. James, died after being stabbed in the chest by a schoolmate outside the school gate just after classes were dismissed for the day. Another incident, which escalated around that time, saw students from several prominent corporate area high schools involved in a street brawl which left some of them injured. It resulted in the closure of one school for 2 days. The president of Jamaica Association of Guidance Counselors in Education, Regina Anderson, says that the volume of violent encounters in schools is increasing the workload on her members. Currently, as stressed as we are, you have a lot of backlog. The cases are occurring so frequently that you hardly can keep up with a child. You do a first session, and so many other sessions come in between, and you are to do a second session, meet with the parents, do a home visit, compiled that. Work through that case to see if you now need to refer that child externally, and much more, Anderson said. You find that a form teacher might be saying, I referred this child and nothing has yet been done, but the counselor has not yet been able to attend to that because of other cases and parents calling, she explained. 2 students killed in Portland crash. 2 students are dead, and at least 5 others have been rushed to hospital after a taxi transporting students slammed into a parked truck near Blueberry Hill in Buff Bay, Portland, on Tuesday. A police source told the news team that the incident took place shortly after 4:30 p.m., after the driver of the 7-seater taxi reportedly lost control of the vehicle and slammed into the back of the truck. It is understood that the 2 people died at the accident scene. The injured persons were rushed to hospital. Man fatally shot in Montego Bay. A man was this morning shot and killed in Montego Bay, St. James. The unidentified man was gunned down along King Street. The police are processing the scene. 2 men killed, 1 injured in Burnside Valley gun attack. 2 men are dead and another hospitalized following a gun attack in Burnside Valley, Red Hills, St. Andrew this morning. The incident occurred sometime after 9 o'clock. The dead men, who are reportedly in their 20s, are not from the community. Their bodies are still at the scene. Investigation is ongoing. We'll have more soon. Security guard found dead at Pembroke Hall Primary. A security guard was gunned down on the compound of Pembroke Hall Primary School in St. Andrew. His body was found under a vehicle by a student this morning. The body had gunshot wounds. Classes have been dismissed for the day. Police are now processing the crime scene. We'll have more soon. Omar Kymore found guilty of wife's murder. Omar Kymore was today found guilty of orchestrating the January 2018 murder of his wife, Simone Campbell Kymore, and taxi driver Winston Walters. Contract killer Michael Adams and accomplice Dwayne Pink were also found guilty of facilitating the murder. Shaquilla Edwards was, however, found not guilty on 2 counts of murder, but guilty of conspiracy to murder. The 7-member jury found the men guilty of 2 counts of murder and murder conspiracy after deliberating for nearly 2.5 hours. The victims were killed when men rode up on motorbikes and sprayed them with bullets as they waited to be let inside Campbell Kymore's Forest Ridge apartment complex in Red Hills, St. Andrew. Hanover woman gunned down in front of child. A woman was gunned down in close proximity to her child along Woodland Road in Hanover late Tuesday. Reports are that residents heard an explosion, following which the body of the woman was observed on the ground next to her crying child. The woman has since been identified as 30-year-old Brittany Gibbs of Woodland District. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend.